Are you new to the channel? Make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And if you guys aren't getting notified when I put a video up, make sure this bell is clicked. Hello all, welcome back. It's your boy Duffer Josh, and today we're going to be doing some Wreckfest next car game skin painting. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to head over to tads.me.uk. Once you're headed over there, obviously go to the Wreckfest page and then skin painting. I'll then bring you to this page, which has a little guide here on how to do it. As you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to go and click skin templates just here. Once you click that, that'll bring you to a downloads page. Now these are some of the best skins that I've used to paint with. Some of them are just a PNG file, which are an absolute nightmare to paint. But these ones right here are the nuts. They work an absolute treat. They've got damage files and all sorts with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to download the crown. What you're going to do is just left click on that crown, scroll down to download and click download. I'm going to cross that off and cancel that because as you can see I already have that downloaded just there. So then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to unzip that file. Now for this video I'm going to unzip that file to my desktop. You can use any unzipping program. I personally use WinZip because it's just a free program that I got. At the moment I haven't got it activated because I just reinstalled Windows, but yes, you understand. Okay, so we're just going to click desktop and unzip. That should now appear on my desktop as a crown file. So now if we head back to the templates, we're going to open, and then you'll see the crown file just there, and then we'll want to go to art, and then we've got Wreckfest Toyota crown with damage. What we'll do is if we click that, as you can see this one has the damage layer on top straight away. So if you now go down to this corner just here, you can turn that damage file off, and that gives you a nice clean skin to work with. You turn your number fin on and off. You've got instructions, so what is what and what isn't. These are just inside parts. That's the front panel, that's the inner wing, that's the inside of the car again, I think, maybe the undercarriage. No, that one's the undercarriage, that's the inside. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory really. I'm sure you guys can work that one out. What's that? Rod and underside. Okay, it's underside or something. So we've got layer here. This is the actual colour you're going to paint the car. That's the also got your bolts, door bolts. You can remove those. That is totally up to you, but I would leave them on personally. Don't know what that layer is there, but we'll just leave that ticked. Don't know what that is either. Maybe that shouldn't even be in there. That is like shadow. Oh, that's a background layer there. Don't need to worry about that. I'd leave that ticked. That just shows all the where the shadows are. Obviously you got your body, turn that off and on. Get your arches front and back there, and then obviously background. First of all, if you want to paint this car, a nice easy way, say you're going for one colour, say you want that car to be red, you click layer 1 here, which is the actual paint layer, and then you want to go to your bucket over here, and then you want to go paint bucket. You select the colour that you want to paint the car and drop it straight on. Boom, done. That is now a red car. So now you've done that, and say you want a black roof. I'm doing this as Elite's colours, for example, because I know this is the car that Tin Man wants painting. So I'm going to go to my brush tool just here. I'm going to click my brush tool, and I'm going to bring this paint file here down to the black. And now my brush is black. I'm still on that paint file, so the roof will go black. Now there are better ways to spend time and paint skins, but I am just doing a freehand quick paint job that won't look too bad in game. So there we go, that's that. Always left click off when you're doing this, because if you hold this down and you paint the whole roof and you do all of it absolutely perfect, and then you get to say this little back piece here, and you go drop down too far and you get it down there. You then press Control Z, which is step back, which you can also do by up here, or Control Alt Z should I say, but you can do Control Z. What that does is that takes a step back. If you was to not have left clicked off of that, that whole roof would have just gone back straight red. So remember to do that. Painting a roof black, you really want your visor to be black as well, so don't forget to paint that. Nice and simple, just like that. Scroll down and then do the same again with that side of the car. I've fucked up there, I can see that. Now, like I say, it isn't going to be absolutely perfect, but to be honest, you're not really going to see it in game unless you're having a photo competition with someone. But this will do just fine. And I fucked up, and there you go, I didn't left click. So great example just there of me rushing ahead and not left clicking off of there. So I'm just gonna keep unhooking the left button, unclicking, unhooking, whatever. Get it as close to damn it. There's another little trick. If you use this tool up here and say you want to get that but you don't want to fill anything else, you can do that, then bring the paintbrush tool out and you can literally go like that everywhere, and all that'll do is cover that box. And say you want to bring that box off, just double click there. We'll do the same again with this one. So I just want to do that pillow. It's a nice little handy tool to do things that way. There we go. The roof is now all black, as you can see. I'm actually going to leave all this stuff black because I think that look quite good already black, but you can paint those if you want. But like I say, I'm going to leave those black. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some numbers on the side of the car, which Tin Man's numbers are 213. So I just do that, boom, there's a number. Now you can get all your fonts off a website called daffont.com. I will just show you that on here just now. So there you go, daffont.com. So say you like any of these fonts. There's many other sites that you can also use as well. It is literally, you've just got to look until you find something that looks what you're looking for, or something banger fonty. You could be here a long while, but you could also not. I quite like this one, for example. This one's called Comic Axis. I've already downloaded it. Okay, so right, for example, I wanted that skin. You download it, that'll bring this folder up. Click that, click install. Boom, that's now installed. That is as simple as that to install a font. And yeah, now if you then went back into Photoshop and fucking what was the name of that? The name of that skin was, just says, Comic Axis. So if we go up here and look for, on the left hand side, you'll have Comic with a K somewhere. Probably won't be able to find it. It's usually the case. I can't see it. It's still early for me. There it is. So there we go, that's the font that okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new file there. I'm just going to type in, say, Elite. And then we're going to highlight that. We're going to click up here and scroll down to that comic again. You could probably type it in the search bar at the top, but I'm just going to scroll through because it doesn't always work. So there we go, that's the font that I just downloaded. Size it up, Control T, that brings it bigger. Control T again, so I want to size that up, and there we go, I've got it on the car. Apply, and there's your elite. But we're not doing the elite sign at the moment. I'm just going to drag these files all up because I don't really want them all the way down there. We want them to be above everything else. So there we go, 213. That's all it is. Click that font. I'm just going to highlight that like so, and I'm going to scroll through with the arrow keys on my keyboard until we find a number that looks quite presentable. So you can kind of see what the numbers are looking like just there. It does. This is like where the time I find goes most, searching for digits, numbers, whichever that look the best in game. The font, should I say? But you literally have just got to play around till you find something that you like, or that goes. A lot of the time you'll be looking at these, you think, oh that looks shit, that looks plain, that looks bland, oh I don't like that. But the best thing is keep working with it, and adding a bit of detail to it will really make it look decent. So right, if we say we've got that number on the side of the car now, if we now go blending options, color overlay. No, actually we'll go with a gradient on this. And so I just wanted nice simple gradient overlay. We'll select that red and black one, and then we'll click that there, and then we'll go say I don't know what colours to go with red, to be honest. I'll tell you what, we'll actually do this simple. We'll go straight, we'll cancel that off. We'll go take that off, colour overlay, we'll go with a black overlay. We'll do a drop shadow of white on this, just because it stands out quite nice. Spread, you want that down. I'm going to put that on nothing. Size, I'm going to put that on 0. That keeps it nice and straight on them lines. Spread's not doing anything again. Okay, so just do your distance. You can also do the angle up here to where you want it. Now for me, I think that is pretty doody there. If you go in a glow, this is how you can make the fonts look like they've been airbrushed, or make them look like they've been airbrushed. So choke off. Just like that. So that's what we'll go with for now, and we'll do the detailing on the elite later on. See, like I like some digits, and then other digits I absolutely hate. So say that 2 back there looked really good, but the 3 looked pants. Distance, I find that is a little bit too far. So just try adjusting the angle. There we go, perfect. So that looks half decent. So now we've got the elite, and we want to do a nice elite symbol. Now say you didn't want to do all these inside game, what you can do is you can open up a new document. Just go new document, 1920 by 1080, create. Press your T in, press elite, At the moment you can't see it because it's black. There we go. So there we go, we've got Elite in there. Highlight again. Scroll through your fonts until you can find something that looks kind of doody right there. A lot of mine are at the top because obviously I use them more, they put them at the top the more you use. So we're just going to have a quick scroll through. Want something that stands out, which is quite bold. So just flick your way through. I'm sure there's many ways and better ways of doing skin painting. This is a rough, quick guide. Obviously it's taking a little time because I'm trying to show you the best possible way with what fonts I can get. Make sure we've got the right tool selected. Say we've got our Elite symbol right there. So now I actually want to make that look doody. So once again we go over to blending options, gradient overlay, and then for example we want to do 3 colours. I'm going to click that one, then click that there. We're going to change the colours. So we're going to go with, hang on. Let's have a look. Let's see if Tin Man's got any cars sign written up on Google. No. Bangers. This is just for a rough guide. If you want to look for some, say, cars that are sign written up but you can't think of what colours to put in the text, a good way is just to go on the internet. Look for, say, a red car, as you can see those red cars, oh look, black and white, because black and white stands out so nice on the red, just there. But say you want to look for, I don't know, for example, Boxer's car there, the colours he's using inside the lettering. So what I do is I pull that to my second screen, and I'll say, right, he's got orange at the top of that. So we'll look for orange, but we want a deep orange than that. It's more of a more of that sort of, but washed out a little bit. See if I can get it in here. There we go. I'd say that one. Then you want to go, say, yellow. Not too bright, so it'll wash it out. And then he's got white at the bottom, like that. And what you want to do is you're going to want to drag these about until you find where you want the colours best. Now I find this is being a pain in the ass. There we go. Yes, right, so roughly he's got the colours to about there. I'm going to delete that one. No, I'm not, I don't want to delete that, I want to delete those ones there. And I want to bring that one up to about there. Blend this one down to that one, roughly there. And then you'll see, double click that, that'll bring that in. Now I can bring this one in a bit more deeper. And that comes in virtually about there. Click OK. Now we're going to add a stroke in here. I always find normal looks good. Oh shit. That was blending in. Oh, I don't know. Let me take the texture off. So stroke, I usually use anywhere around 4. Works just right in my opinion. Once that's in, you then want to add your drop shadow. So click your drop shadow, and on this one we're going to want to go black. Just drag that to black, and for example that drops down to around about there, but he has it about there. So that's roughly how Boxer has it. Then what you want to do is you want to do the airbrushing effect that goes around the lettering. So say example here, you go inner glow, click inner glow, you click change these, opacity, and then you just bring it just so it fades the sides out, so it looks like it's been airbrushed in. Now playing around with opacity, the size, you can even use the choke, you can use edges, or you can do it from center, it's up to you. You can change it by range, literally just play around with all these little cogs. You can see what I'm doing until they look good on that font. All fonts, they look different, so you can't just use the same one. So for example that doesn't look too bad. I would say that is virtually there. I'm just going to go back to that gradient. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this doesn't sort of fade in as such. It just, there we go, that's better. It just had a flat edge to it, so it didn't look airbrushed at the bottom. So what I've done was got that Elite logo. So now you're going to want that on the actual car. So what you do is you right click the Elite logo, you go duplicate layer, and then that'll bring up this Elite. Just delete that and call that Elite. Scroll down here and you got your Wreckfest Toyota crown. Click that, click OK. You now go back to the crown, that's got that file in there. You're now going to want to move that on the car. So Control T, size it to how you want it. It's not gone quite the way I wanted it to. The only thing I've just found, those blending options on that file have all changed as I've sized it for some reason. Don't know what's going on there. But a way to try and solve that is if we go back into here, what we can do is we can size that to roughly how we want it. Oh, there you go. Because of the sizing's changing it. So say if I was to go back in there and just try something. Oh, no. Step back, there we go. Blending options. Okay, blending options. Use global light source. Okay, let's try that. This might work, it might not. Duplicate layer. Like I say, Wreckfest, crown, boom. Right, now hopefully when I now size this, I'm hoping that it keeps everything how it should be. No, it doesn't. Right, okay, we'll leave that for now. It's got the aspects to it, but what we'll do is we'll put it in the place we want on this car. We'll move that 213 slightly forward, and we're just going to place this. So this crown's a bit of an odd car to paint because the sizes of everything. What I might do is I might actually size that up to go down the rear quarter like that. For example there. Now say you've got that elite in there and you want to do it so that so let me do it that way. Okay. We'll do it this way then. Just use that tool, you can actually shape it, so I'm going to go with that shape for example. That's quite doody. We're then going to sort out this problem that we've got here with everything going off where we wanted it. So use global light source off. I'd say we've got that round about the right place. Gradient overlay. I'd say it's actually this one here that's actually, yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to Control plus, we'll zoom in. Zoom right in on it, and we'll go back to blending options. In a glow. And we're just going to play with it until we get it right again. So it is a game of playing around until you get it somewhere where you want it. What I should have done is I should have just painted this straight in here, then a hell of a lot easier. No noise on that, sorry. A little bit of concentration goes a long way with this. I think the range is going to be the one that does it there. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. So there we go, you got that in there. You zoom out, it doesn't actually look that bad now. I am just going to click this tool up here, click delete, and I'm just going to bring it down. Size it slightly, it shouldn't affect it too much. There we go, so that looks quite good on there. Alright, now right click, duplicate layer. Then you can then drag that, put it on that side for example, we'll just put it there for now. 213, which you have up there. I'm going to duplicate that layer too. And I've just put that one. That one can actually be moved back to dead center of the door, like so. Right, so now we've got elite on there, but we're missing a little something. So what we're going to do is bring the text tool out again, and I'm just going to put in team. I'm going to highlight that. And we're going to have a quick scroll through and try and find a font for team. Scroll through as you do. Always takes forever. I should really remember the names of the fonts. Right, what we can do is you can also scroll through. Sometimes I have a little template. Just here, show them what they are, what they roughly look like. No, that's too squibbly. Right, that one will do. That's the one I was actually looking for. So now we're going to want to drag this above every other layer that we've done so far, so it pops above a team, above elite. I'm just going to make that bigger. Control T, give it a little bit of adjustment. Blending options. Drop shadow it. Distance, bring it right off. Gradient overlay, yeah, we can do a bit of gradient overlay on this one. As well, all I'm going to do this time is I'm going to change the colours. So I'm going to go with a bit of blue and a bit of turquoise maybe. Or we could go a bit of that blue, would probably be better. Oh shit, adding too many colours in there. Just going to delete that one. There we go. Pops a fair bit. Now say I want that to actually, for example, we can use some of these different ones. Go with lighten, for example, that time. You can scale the size of it, you can change the angle. Ooh, too far again. There we go, that's about right. So that's now in there nicely. Add our stroke. This time, because it's smaller, we're going to want to drop that down to, say, I'm probably going to go with 1 on that. A drop shadow we can now work with. We can now bring the distance out on that. And boom. Doesn't look too bad. I'm now going to just go back to blending options, and I'm just going to add a little bit of inner glow. Now you can see I've done that, and that's completely washed it all out. If you bring that size down, so that's on 8 there, so let's go 9. Nope, about 10. 10 looks good. Enter, and that is Team Elite down that side. So right, for example, what we're going to do is we're going to go tin and services. I'm going to put that on the side of the car there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do Tin Man to start off with. I'm not going to have that in there. I'm just going to have Tin Man. I'm going to scroll down for a nice block effect. One. There we go, that's what we want, just there. So now I've done that, but I want that to have a bit of shape to it. So obviously we go over to this tool, and I'm going to shape it to how I want it. Right. Arc doesn't work, so let's go with, say, a bulge fish. Fish might work. Dogs are going crazy. Hang on, back in a second. Like I say, we need to do this. Ah, here we go. Finally got the actual tool I like to use. We're going to just go on arc for this one. Arc's usually the best one. I actually want it to be bigger one end and not the other, if that makes sense, only slightly. I'd say about there will do. Control T, bring that up there. Now I can bring that down the wing. Blending options. Gradient overlay. Gonna change that colour to not too sure. Maybe we can go with a couple of different blues there for this one. Let's go roughly with that. We'll add our drop shadow. Change the distance on that. Just like that. Add our stroke in there. And then add our inner glow. This time let's bring out size. In a bit more. Let's drop that off to say 14, 13, 12. Oh no, that's 123. Alright, let's go 13 on that one. That looks alright. So we've got Tin Man in there, but we're still missing services. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click down here. Services. Obviously the text is hidden because that font seems like it doesn't actually work. I'm going to scroll up to the top and we had that, I think it was this one just here. And then we can add in services just there. Now what we've got a problem with here, Elite and Team are both in the way, so I'm just going to move that one over that way a little bit. That one there. Boom. Tin Man can come across on the wing slightly more. Services is just there. Blending options. And I think I'm just going to chuck that as a white, straight white. Might be able to add a bit of stroke. No, I'm just going to leave that straight white on that one. And boom. Not too bad. Just trying to get it roughly where I want it. The dog's decided to start chewing something. It's alright, okay, we've now got that looking fairly sharp on that side, but this side still nowhere near. So okay, we've got Elite down here, but I don't want that to be Elite. We want that to be Tin Man. So we're going to just do that. Bring the size, blending options, gradient overlay, boom. But I want the bottom half to be a colour. So what I do is, what I usually do, if I click this here, and I'll scroll my way through this list, just click, 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 click until colour screams out to me. It's like, fucking I want that colour. Now to be fair, that, I know we've already got that colour, but that looks freaking epic. There we go, I quite like that, for example. That'll do. She's got Tin Man down there. 213 on the door. puppy, you stink. Get down. Stinky ass. Yes, obviously we've got all that there. Just trying to think what we can put on the side of this car, so I'm just going to do something for a giggle. Obviously Tin Man Services likes to pick up cars, so for a laugh I'm just going to put any old scrap on the side. Probably overusing that font, so I'm just going to go with I've lost all my real good fonts that I like to use since I've reinstalled everything. Now, why I'm actually doing Tin Man's car, he messaged me today saying, yeah, well, I basically team viewed him last night on how to do it. And then he said, I had a go at doing that skin painting thing and I failed on that crown. I couldn't even get the paint on it. That's what I said. I thought, I'll make a video. His crown's done. And then he's got a guide and I can send him this template and he can change it to however he wants to get it into game. I thought, bonus, what an idea. So any old scrap, I'm actually going to add an exclamation mark to the end of that, question mark. Bring this up to the top again. Blending options, drop shadow. Oh shit, it's gone different colours. Do you know what I think I'll actually do on that? Just that. So right, now I've got that looking fairly decent. Most aspects of the car are actually finished. So now we're going to want to add a little something to it. And what can we add? What can we add? So I'm just going to open up Google. I'm going to go checkered flag. Say we want to have a checkered flag on the side or something like that. Say I want that on the side of the car. Copy image. This might work, it might not. It's always a trial and error thing. New document. Okay, Control V. Then what I do is I go magic eraser, boom, gone. And that actually has come out pretty well. Disable that background. Copy that, Control C, Control V into game or into Photoshop file that you're using, and say, oh, I really want to have that cut, that just down there. Just add it in, just throw it in there. But personally, I don't quite like it. I don't think it looks right. So I'm going to delete it. But I have got some other documents in here, so if I now go to my Where are they? Pictures. I think they're in here. Decals. There's some already made up, ready to go. So we got that checkered there. Don't want that one. What else we got? Scroll through, pick whatever one you want. It's a shame you can't preview these beforehand. So you got those checks, got those checks. Fonts. Cheers. Already got that one open. Check sheet. Got that one. What we'll do for now is we'll disable the background. We'll take that one. We'll Control C it. We'll put it into game. What we'll do with that one, wherever it went there. Just gonna stretch it right out. I'm just gonna place it at the bottom of the store. Blending options, color overlay, black, boom. I'm going to duplicate that layer. Boom. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Now I'm going to take both of those and I'm going to drag these down. I want them to be behind the 213. Yeah. Then I'm also going to duplicate both those layers so they look more deeper on the picture. They look too washed out. So I just add a little bit of touch. I'm not actually going to put much there now, I don't think. Let's have a look and see what other stuff I've got in these documents. Don't spit your dummy out. We can add these bubbles to it. Can't really see it personally. No, don't like that. Literally is just trial and error with this thing. Union jack, there we go. We'll take the Union jack. Control V that. Control T. shape it down. I'm going to add that to either side rear quarter. Now we all know that Tin Man does like a set of boobs. So do I put some boobs on the bar? No, I better not. We'll do that another day. So we know he's got a lot of boys. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do boys, boot lid there. Go to shapes, custom shape, boom. Actually, do you know what? Just gonna have that straight on the boot lid like that. The boys, continually the boys. For the bonnet, I don't really know what to do personally. Let's see if I can figure something out off screen quick. Bloody back. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to take this lorry for example. Boom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise all of this out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the size down, hardness up until I've got the majority of what I want out. Remember, click off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hardness right down. There we go. We're going to bring it even more down. We want that to proper fade in right there. that doesn't look too bad. And now I'm going to do away with the background. I'm going to copy that. Straight on the bonnet. Now, to me, by the number plate, that looks virtually done. So now we're just going to do the number plate on this. Pretty sure. Can't remember, but number fin. Right, what I do first is I'll put the numbers on first. So 213. Boom. Copy that up there. Now I had a font that looked just like his old number plate yesterday. Scroll through it. Do you know what? That isn't actually that far off, so we're going to use that one. But with that, I don't like a few things. Now I've just picked up on a couple. Now I've actually just realised. Don't actually like the spacing on any of those. I'm just going to use this tool to bring the spacing in on it. What that does is that spaces everything together. Dougie, come away from the wires. Come here then. Oi! Stop now. Freaking nearly pulled the power lead out to my computer. That'd been good right now, wouldn't it? Right, so I'm just going to save that just in case he does go behind there again. Right, so obviously we've got that there. I actually quite like that tin line font on the number plate, so we'll leave that like that is. Number could come down a bit. Blending options. Colour overlay, that's going to go white. So that'll make that disappear. Now if I go to number fin, blending, colour overlay, black, boom. And then that pops just like so. Now I believe I haven't actually painted the roof on this either, so we're just going to go to the instructions, and as you can see I haven't painted the roof. It's lucky I caught that because I did this last night when I was painting the skin. I forgot to paint the bloody roof. So all you do, oh shit, on the paint file layer, take that into there like so. that's that painted. Right, so I think that is all of it. Now what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to add one little lost that bloody font. So, like I said earlier, there was a couple of things I picked up on that I wasn't too sure on. So I'm just going to pick up on those now. One of them was that. Those numbers just there. And the 213 lower down. That's another thing. Just on that one. Where's the other 213? There. There we go. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to bring that out. 10. No, not that. 25. There we go. 25. That looks good. Same with this one. Alright, so then you file, save. That is now saved. Now go over to the right hand side of this picture, go to the top, right click, and flatten image, which is there we go. So there we go, with flattened image. That's what it's going to look like. So now that's flattened. I'm going to rename this one 213. Okay, so that's saved. Now we're going to save it as TGA file 213 underscore C5. I'll save that. Now this is where things get a little bit tricky. So you're going to need to open a few of these. 1 terabyte. No, not that one. Program files. Steam apps. Common. Bugbear Entertainment. Tools. I'm now going to click into this crown folder, where I've just done the 213 underscore C5. Drop that on build asset. That now converts that file to a file format that Wreckfest itself recognises. So that B-map is now done. So I'm just going to drag it to my desktop for now. So that 213 B-map done. Now I'm going to head back to this. I'm going to hit Control, Edit, step back, undo the flattened image, and we're going to go down. I'm going to turn on the damage file. but inside this damage file you have different groups that do different things. Now you may be able to see that there's a lot of rust. What you can do is you can open that up. You can turn bits off. What we're going to do, we're not going to have the rust file, we'll just have the tell you what, we will have the damage rust file on this one, shall we? We'll add it full potential detail on this one. So there we go, that is the damage file. Right click, same again, cut an image, discard layers, yes. I'm going to save this one as 213 underscore damaged underscore C5 for the TGA as well. Okay, done. Minimize that. So you got that file there. You're going to want to do exactly the same as we did with the underscore C5 file. Just the 213. Now that's done. Drag that file out of there to there. Okay. Right. So you got your N and S. Now let me just show you guys something. We come all the way out of this folder. Steam. Steam apps, workshop, content, folder 23380, 245, this is where all the vehicles are for what are in game at the moment. So let's go Toyota Crown. Where is it? I can't see, I'm having a blind moment. Crown Mark II. You want to go to art folder. Inside here, there's all the files of people's cars. Now, there should be a 116 in here, which is mine. Which doesn't appear to be 116. Possibly they are in a different mod folder. So we come back out of here, because also Tads himself has added a couple of files. 742 data, vehicle, Crown, art, got 118 in there and 116. So here we go, we have the 116. So we've done that one for Tin Mans, we've done that one. We now need to do 1, 2, 3. And what I'm going to do, because I know these files work. Ah shit, I'm not sure if this actually going to work with the damaged file. Tell you what, we'll give it a go. It's worth a try. I'm just going to copy and paste those ones into there. So we've done that one. We've done that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm going to copy this folder actually. Now I'm going to go into that art folder, and obviously we've got all these skins in here. I don't want those. Delete. We've got 116's files just here. I'm going to drag and drop those into there. I'm going to drag and drop those into there as well. So we've got 213s. So you got the damaged C5. You got normal C5, so this is what the car looks like undamaged. You got your damaged one. Now all I'm going to do, and I'm going to see if this works, I'm hoping it does. I'm going to rename that one to 213. I'm going to rename that one to 213. That one, and last, rule, I'm going to name that one 213. Now there are all those files done, but wait, we're not done yet. In here, we've got your Viper file. And we've got 116s there, but the problem we now have is we want that to be 213. So back into the bugbear folder, and you've got a folder called bag edit just in here. Open that up, and as you can see, I've already been doing some work, but we want to go to the test Crown Mark 2 folder, part, paint, 116, open file. As you can see, this needs to be 213. Tin Man, number 213. Change that. Control S to save that. For some reason my antivirus is blocking that. Just allowed that. Close that off. Is that off? Oh, there. That didn't work then. So we're gonna have to redo that. Sorry about that. So 213. Hashtag 213. Painted by Josh. Control save. We now need to change this file name just over here. Take it that's still saving, is it? Well, let me change the file name. Alright, I think maybe I'll do it in here. Right, that should be saved. Now I'm just going to rename it outside here to 213. Now, technically, that is now done. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to my mods folder. Now I've got a little mod of my own, which is only on my PC. Duffer skins, you have your data folder, your vehicle folder, and then you have whatever vehicles are in there. No, those ones don't need to be in there. Delete. Now that Crown Mark 2, you got to make sure it has the right file name for it to work. I'm just going to drag and drop that into there now. Boom, that's in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fire up Steam. Right, so we're going to fire up Wreckfest. Once these freaking people get out of the way, friends requests. So fire up game. And then go to your mods folder and enable that Duffer Skins one or whatever you name it. Now then restart the game. Now if we go to paint, Tin Man 213, boom, that's his car in game. So you can see it actually looks alright, I quite like that. Could do with dropping the Tin Man on the side there, but it is in. It's got his lorry on the front as well. Doesn't look too bad. Don't know why that has gone backwards though. That's an odd one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that into game. No, don't want to change cart. There we go. Back into that. Quick race, start race. So we've loaded in. We've got a full grid. Need to connect the controller. And as you can see, I've just been hit up the arse and the damage file has actually worked. So as I'm crashing and getting hit, the damage layer under this car has worked a treat. Boom. You can see the rust is coming through the paint job. It looks okay. Let's just back this up. Let's get it right damaged so all the layers are all damaged and scuffed about. Through the doors. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's took a bit of a beating. But you can see the damage layer works as well. Two things I'm not happy with is that's the Tin Man on the side where it's not quite met up, and the Team Elite on the back, which looks like meat. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quit out a game. We're going to go quit event. Exit game. So we're now out. We're going to go back to this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drop actually I'm going to file open recent. That one there. Oh shit, that did not have worked. Actually, I'll tell you what, it'd be even easier if I just completely come out of this, take this damage file off, whatever it is gone. There we go. I'm just going to switch that over the other way. See if that works. Oh shit. Let's try that. And obviously the Tin Man we found was a little bit on the high side. So I'm just going to drop that to say there. Still looks fine. Then we're just going to go file, save as. Okay, file, save as. TJ, replace. Cabinets open elsewhere. I'm just going to cross all these off because this will be open by default. Replace, yes. Right, now if we scroll back down, add damage layer, underscore C5. Oh shit, that did not sound good. What is the dog up to? As a C5 for that, and then you want to do as TGA, save, replace. Okay, right, so now them the things that you've just done should have fixed any of the problems that we were just having. So open up your art folder again, and obviously wherever they just saved, which should be here. Oh. So we've just resaved that underscore C5 there and underscore C5 there. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open up another folder and take this to terabyte, program files, Steam apps, common, bugbear, and then tools. And I'm going to drag the 213C5 straight onto build asset, and once that's done, we're going to take the damaged C5 and drop that. Okay, so now both of those are done. Drag, replace file destination, same again, replace file destination. Open up your game again. Garage, Tin Man's car's back in game. The T's in place. Team Elite is now the correct way around. So there we go, ladies and gents. That is how you paint and put a car in game. But how do I send this skin in to someone? You might be asking. This file here, send to, compress zip, boom, enter, rename it 213, boom, copy that out of there, send that to that file to whichever email address you want to send it to. So whoever wants the skin, who's going to be putting it in game, so say SP's doing it for example, you send that to him on his website, which is all in the links on his pages. If they want it on Messenger anywhere or Mediafire, send it to there, put the file in, send it across. And that is how you do skins on Wreckfest. There's many other ways and tips and tricks that you can do. The best way to find those out would be to go on, say, Photoshop tutorials on YouTube, blending, brushing, effects, blah blah, you get the point. Just watch videos, it shows you how to do it. It's mainly how I learn, watching people stream it like Tads and Gav, and also watching many other videos, reading tutorials. It is the way to go. But I just make this video because I find it an absolute pain in the ass trying to do it with someone telling me once and then I forgot and then I didn't do it for another 6 months or whatever, and you don't get anywhere. So to me, the best thing to do is to make a video on it just like I have, show you guys how to do it. If you ever need to relate, the video's there, go watch it. Sorted. Well, I hope this has helped you all out, and I hope you get some nice skins in game. I might see about getting a skin pack on, say, Fantasies or Sam servers if they want, where people send skins in to me, I put them into game so we can all have our own skins in on a lobby. But that's up to you guys. But yeah, so I'm Duff Josh, guys. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it helped. Peace out.